I think what I'll do, this will be part two. Right, part two will get right into the sneak peek of my journal. So if you missed part one, check it out, y'all. I'm just talking about fall, what's been going on with me and concerning fall, and talking about different stuff. But are you guys ready for the sneak peek of my current fall journal that is not bound, but I'm still working in it? It's not bound, and you can work in a deconstructed journal, you guys. You can. Are you guys ready? Oh, one thing I didn't do. Oh, I forgot to do it. I'm going to have to do it today. I normally write on a journaling card what evoked me to create this journal and this style, and I forgot to do it. But here's a sneak peek of the cover of my fall journal. This might just take me to November the 1st. Definitely for, wait a minute. December 1st. I might use this for October and November with a companion journal. Last year, I think I worked in 3 fall journals. So I might be using one of those from last year to continue with this year. But you guys, oh my goodness. If you caught, did you guys catch that? I am not going to edit that out, because in my last video, I talked about how it irks me when I hear journal creators refer to their journals as she. And I only said it because I just got done talking about it. And I did it by accident. I did it. I don't want to do it. Lord, is that you answering my own prayer? Am I being too critical of journal makers who refer to their journals, women who refer to their wigs as she and her? And I just did it, y'all. The Lord works in mysterious ways. He got a way of answering your prayer, y'all. Okay, I don't like it. Felicia, no, you will not refer to your journal as she or her. Now, I will give, I was going to say her a name. Y'all, I'm having fun with myself. I'm having fun with the Lord. I will stop watching a video when I hear creators refer to their journals as she and her. And now I can't stop myself from not doing it. I will not do it. It's my faith confession. I will not refer to my journals as she and her. I will not, Felicia. It's my affirmation. Oh my goodness, Lord, help me. It's good to laugh and have fun, you guys. And I was about to say it again. I was about to say it again. You just have to watch my last segment, y'all. This journal, this fall beauty, and I was about to say it again, that she is a beauty. I was about to say it. Laughter heals. Some of you need to just laugh. Just make yourself laugh. I firmly believe that laughter heals the soul. The people that laugh more, they live longer. I need to laugh more. This journal, you guys, is beautiful. Now, I know the cover, it's frilly, fluffy, but it will not impede my ability to work in the journal because it bunches down and it'll lay flat enough. So special, so beautiful, so different from my design from last year and even the year before. It's not done. The back is not done either. And of course, I'll do a flip through of this journal and I'll talk more about it in detail. You can get a sense of so far how this part is looking. This right here, Stories of the Season, that's one of the felt pieces I shared in the last video I got from a thrift store. Beautiful, you guys. So, oh, and all the natural colors of fall. Now, let me share a peek at my fall journal from last year. Are you guys ready? I need to weigh this journal. I was doing that. I was doing metrics, taking metrics on my journals before I create in them, and then after. I got to start back doing that, being consistent and being organized with it. Something just fell. What fell? Oh, this fell off. Well, here's my journal, you guys. I probably shared a sneak peek before. Now, you guys, this journal is thick. Some of you would call it an alligator mouth. Some of you would call it chunky monkey. I use the terms my grandmother would have used, my sweet homespun grandma who's with the Lord now. She would call it a biggin or a bigum. And it is, y'all. It is. It's a biggin, a bigum. And it is filled with the most beautiful, right, unforgettable, sensational fall memories, activities. And I cannot wait to flip through this and vicariously live through the moments, the experiences, the excursions from last fall. That's the beauty in memory keeping. That's the beauty in journaling, you guys. It conjures up all of those feel-good times. Sometimes it's not so feel-good, though. But this is all about fall. So, for me, all about feeling fine. Feeling fine. Now, to compare this to my current fall journal, you see how different the covers are. This is what I was feeling for this season of my life. You guys stay tuned. Lord willing, I will bring a flip through of this journal. Oh, and if you caught my last video, which is this video is part 2. The last video was part 1. You see the Joann's, the Park Lane die cut pumpkins from last year, from the last fall experience we would have at Joann's. You see that there? All right, you guys, moving right along, moving right along. Okay, let me bring this tray into view. I'm not going to go through everything in the tray, you guys. In part 1, I shared this tray, a sneak peek of it. Every year I pull this down from high up, close to the ceiling, and I craft from it. But there are some special elements. I have an idea for you guys that you might consider, might want to adopt. And this tray smells so good because of these scented packets that you can get from Hobby Lobby. I got mine from a thrift store. I never seen these at Hobby Lobby. I've never looked for them. But when I go back, I will pick up some of these. I've had these for at least a couple years, and my whole craft room smells when I bring this down. I have one of these too, I think, in one of my fall junk journals, but it smells so good. I have 3 right here, and I'm assuming Hobby Lobby still have these. I think these came from Hobby Lobby. I think I might have seen a video where someone shared one, and I thought, oh, that's where these come from. But once again, I got mine from a thrift store, and it smells so good. But we are going to go through. Oh, what time is it? Okay, 9:46. I got time. We are going to go through. Okay, I did go through these items on my desk. Okay, in my last video. let's get busy, you guys. I love to pull out this tray. I love to and we all love it, right? Because we have different bins filled with holiday stuff. I've been out in my dirty, dingy, dusty garage going through my bins, fall bins out there. I have to go to my storage because I have a decorative box filled with fall things from last year that I need to pull out. I have yet to pull out my selection of fall rubber stamps. I won't do that and maybe for a couple weeks. But anyway, you guys, let me share this idea. I shared this last year and probably the year before too. An idea that you can incorporate and adopt is when you clear off your desk, whenever you clear off your desk, instead of just putting things in a bag, you can step it up. You can spruce it up and do something like this. I did this January 20 of 23, but this is a fall pack from fall 2022. I assembled it together, packaged it up in this cute bag as if I would sell it, right? But I made this for myself. I made it all cute for myself. And I have not opened this up, you guys. I don't know when I'm going to open it up. I might just keep this for years to come. But it was handmade with the bag. Nothing special about the topper. I used my heat and seal machine to seal it. Used a rubber stamp to stamp this out for you, and I have the information here. Fall faves from 2022, Bible scraps. The year I packaged this was the date, January 20th of 23, and I wrote bits and pieces from fall creations. That is my idea for you all. Of course, you can do something like this to send in Happy Mail, but for me, this is a surprise. This is a gift to myself. If nothing more, just looking at this, trying to see what's inside, it conjures up memories. I see this tag here that I made using a rubber stamp and my brother's Scan and Cut. This is a die cut from a die set by Scrap Diva. The cutting board. Oh, you can see more of the die cut I made with my brother's Scan and Cut. And there's other elements too, but I love this. I have one that is open. Well, this is the only one I actually made into a package like this. We are going to go through, because I have packets from several different years. This one here, I cleared off my desk. I love these surprise notes. You guys, use your sticky notes and write notes to yourself because it's fulfilling. It's when I go back and read the note, what word can I use to describe that? It takes me back. Of course, I would not have remembered what I did when I did what I did, right? But I know I was preparing for my gingerbread party. It's special for me just to know that. I was doing that on this date, 12/22/22, right? We'll go through this one. And we will go through this one. Is it this one? Look here, the time changed. November 5th, 2023. I cleared my desk off, but then I added more after this date. Probably that month. And I'm going to put this, I don't want to lose this. You know what? What I'll do is put some washi tape on it, because I don't want that to fall off. That little note is precious to me, you guys. I love it when I'm looking through stuff from decades ago and I find these little notes They mean so much more later. And I never want to lose that note. Eventually, I'll add this note and some contents to a journal. So here's another one. So I found a packet from 2022, from 23. Now for 24, I know this one came from 2024. But I don't know if I added a note. But about a week ago, I added a stack of stuff on top. So I probably got lazy, or my 24 packet might be in that decorative box that's in the storage. But I do know these things I used from 2024. To quickly go through some things I have, you guys, okay, I gotta do a tutorial. That's all I'll say. I found this from a thrift store. Curious George little note slips. And it's fall. It's so cute. What year is it? Oh, I don't see a year, but... Oh, this came from Universal Studios. Really? Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. Universal Studios. They must have had a Curious George something there. My husband, we go to Universals all the time. We went a couple weeks ago. Lord willing, we will go in October for the Horror Nights, which we've never done Horror Nights. So we'll do that. And Lord willing, I want to go for Christmas. Maybe not Christmas Day, but during the Christmas time, because we've never experienced it during Christmas, I don't believe. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to do some research to find out what they had. They must have had a Curious George store or a ride, perhaps. Oh, okay. If you caught my last, if you caught part 1, I talked about incorporating actual, okay, this is a copy of and do I have the date? Okay, I don't have the date on this. But these are vintage fall ads. Some are over 100 years old. I have the original newspapers, and last year for fall, I went through some of my antique newspapers and vintage newspapers. I went through the fall dates, and I harvested some of the coolest ads. And I don't have the dates on these, but look, God Shots, fall woolens. We don't use the word woolens today, do we? So these will be pieces that I incorporate. Men's fall footwear and fall suits. You guys, you can incorporate newspaper ads in your journals. It was a lot of men fall stuff. Men knew fall neckwear. Really? Men wore neckwear? I didn't know that. And 8th and 9th Street. That might have been New York. Now this one here I love, you guys. I love, love, love. I think this hotel still stands. And this one does have a date on it. Now it's a copy of an original that I have. And there's a date, I think, of 1918. But anyway, what you could do is, on the Hudson, you could take a trip only an hour from New York. Open May 1st to December 1st. The beauty of the fall is a thing to be enjoyed now. Enjoy these crisp, cool days at Briarcliff. Now, where's the date? And New York. It's in New York. And there's more information about fall, but there's a date here somewhere. Where is the date? Y'all, I seen the date. okay, maybe I cut off the date, but I remember like a 1918. It goes way back. But I love to have this. I love to have it in my journal. And then I have another one here. So this one has a date of 1910. An autumn tour to historic Gettysburg, including a drive over the famous battlefield and 2 days of interesting sightseeing in the city of Washington, will be provided by the Pennsylvania R&R, dated October 8th, if I'm reading that right, to the 13th, 1910. At the low rate of $22 from New York, covering all necessary expenses. So it it mentions autumn, of course. An autumn tour. Is that still going on? Is the railroad still in existence? Okay, and then you guys, Be Still My Heart. Perhaps some of you've never seen the Joann's mailers because you never got the mailers because you had to be signed up, to my knowledge, to receive the mailers. I don't know how many years I was signed up to receive the mailers, but I have kept some throughout the years. Every now and again, I'll open up a journal or look in a box and I'll find one. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of 2 that I found. I think they were Halloween, but they were only 1 page, I think, stuck in a older journal that I have. Be still my heart when I come across one, because I'm hoping and praying that I had the foresight back then to just tuck these away, right? But I do know when I first heard that Joann's filed for bankruptcy, I started keeping all of mine. All of them. Because I had the feeling that Joann's would eventually close down. And I'm so happy I did. Oh, I love to browse through these pamphlets, right? I love to look at the products Joann's once offered, and some of these products we will be able to buy at Michael's, and some we won't. But I love it when I find a product that I actually own. I'm like, oh, I got that. I got that. So I love this, you guys. And then on the last page, there's a lot of coupons with your name on it. Uh-oh, why did my computer restart? Yeah, with your name on it, or the person's name who it was mailed to. I look at this ribbon, and how I wish they had it framed like this. I could see the designs, but of course if it was framed better, would have a better viewing, because I like to look at it to see, once again, do I have that one? Do I remember that one? So you guys, I cherish these. And when I do a flip through of my fall journal from last year, you might see this one or you might see a different one, because I started to include, I had duplicates because my husband, I signed him up too. Back when I used to clip the coupons and go to Joann's all the time, yeah, I had my way, right, of getting over all the stories I could tell with the coupons. So one day I just signed my husband up. So he also got a flyer. I got a flyer, but I stopped using the coupons altogether when I started using the app. I didn't need to use the coupons, which I'm happy because I still have my mailers intact. Okay, more fall newspaper clippings. Fall neckwear, 59 cents. I added tape to the original because it had ripped. And I don't think these are fall, but no, newest fall hats. Yeah, it is fall. And then new fall shoes. Look at that, you guys. These shoes, They need to bring these back, and somebody probably did, because these look like they would be more comfortable than the heels that we wear today. I love the shape of the heel. And that one, the block shape, I've had shoes with blocks thick, but not, the shape is beautiful. I love that shape. And then here, you guys, this came as what? This is 1914. October Harvest Comfort. I think you order this book. And I have a lot more that I have yet to make copies of. Oh, this is special. This is special. This is special here. Okay. Let me take one out. I don't know what year it was when Hobby Lobby started consolidating their rubber stamp aisle. What you see today is half of what it was. When they consolidated that aisle and reduced the number of rubber stamps on wood block they sold, they actually sold the hutches from the store. I purchased 3 of them. I'm looking at 2 right now filled with rubber stamps. And I purchased the hutches that still had the stamp, I'm gonna call it a template, but still had the actual stamp card in the hutches where the stamps were housed. So I got a lot of these, you guys. They are backed with Velcro, and I pulled some of the fall ephemera, because that's what it is, actual ephemera from Hobby Lobby store. Y'all, I cherish this. So I have a small bag of some fall stamp cards to use in my journals. How fun is this, right? So be on the lookout, because as I keep saying, rubber, red rubber, is an endangered species, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hobby Lobby, if they got rid of their rubber wood stamps. Of course, I hope they don't, but they could. And if they did, they would also more than likely sell the rubber stamp hutches, and you could still, if that happens, you could also collect these as well. I know at one store I bought a hutch from, I asked one of the employees if I could take these from a hutch I didn't buy, and she said yeah. So I took those too. Okay, other stuff. I made tags out of this. I found a roll of this leaf brown foil from a thrift store. And let's see, I'll just move some stuff around. These came from Hobby Lobby 2 years ago. I gotta see if they brought these back. I love these sticker die cuts, and they're wood. Got some fabric here. Oh, Dollar Tree fabric. Oh, I love this here. This is thrifted upholstery. Actually, my journal from last year was made out of this. I found a nice batch of this. I thought I had kept a small piece last year and donated the rest. No, 2 years ago. So for over a year, that fall and last fall, I hunted for it. I'm like, Felicia, you would not have gotten rid of this. This is plaid. It looks vintage. It's perfect for harvest. And then I came across it. I was so happy, you guys. So I have enough to make plenty of journals with this. And then I also used it to make die cuts. What else do I have? This came from Sweet Pumpkins. This came from something I purchased, and I don't know what year. Oh, this right here is cool. It's a paper napkin that I backed onto paper. Oh, I wrote a note. See, I love these surprise notes. 12/12/23 made, okay, I was watching I was watching a video by Elise. I think watching, I'm thinking that's Elise. It says Lisi. Video published. Okay, sometimes I can't understand what I wrote. Felicia, you got to do better at that. But I think I was watching a fall video by Elise because I love watching her journal flips, you know, throughout the year. But I must have watched one of her fall flips. But you guys, this paper napkin, it came from Joann's, I think a couple years ago. And I love it because it has all of, not all for me, but some of the foods that we eat for Thanksgiving. Now, if I would have created this, I would have added dressing, sweet potato pie. What else do we have? Greens, mac and cheese. I'm surprised mac and cheese is not here. Mashed potatoes and ham. I buy ham once a year, and that's for Thanksgiving. But I love, 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 love this. Love it. Okay, and then I'll share this, and then I'll get into one of the packs. This is thrifted. Thanksgiving doilies, forget-me-not, American greetings. I could tell this has some age to it. I don't know if I've used any of these, though, in a journal yet. All right, you guys. Oh, and then I'll share this. I purchased, okay, every year I go up to the mountains for my birthday. But for the last couple of years, we have been going twice. We go for fall now because there's a apple picking orchard that has fall events. They have one in particular once a year, and we have to pass through this mountain town to get up there to the event that I love to go to, you guys. I got all kind of fall activities on my fall calendar. But anyway, one of the stores I go to every year for my birthday, and now for fall, they have an actual sticker store. Sticker, crafting, scrapbooking store, where you can still buy scrapbooking paper, and you can find older stuff too, and even older stickers. But anyway, my last trip there, no, this was last year. My last trip there was this year. But I came across these fall stickers. So I got a roll. On the way home, I realized these came from Oriental Trading, right? Went to orientaltrading.com, waited until they had a free shipping, and I bought more. Of course, at the fraction of what I paid. I paid 10 cents per sticker. And I got all that she had. When it was said and done, the roll itself was $2 for like 100 stickers. So I ordered, I don't know how many rolls of these. I don't know if they have these again this year. But I also got these in gingerbread, and I shared those last year. Some of you went and picked them up. But I love these. And well, I don't necessarily care for the silver outline, but you could use your alcohol markers and tone that down. Okay, with that being said, you guys, I will share some ribbon, but let's go through one of these bags. And I'm curious, let's go through this one. And what time is it? It's 10:11 and 15 minutes. I gotta pause this video and take care of something. This is so fun, you guys. This is so fun. Oh my goodness, this is fun. Okay, this here. This is thrifted. It's a 1997. Oh, I love it. I used this scarecrow in my journal. I think you'll see him in my fall journal when I do a flip through. I love it when I come across the vintage craft stuff. And these are die cuts, perfect for the journal. Okay, maybe it was last year, maybe the year before last. Just because I have this, well, this pack comes from, okay, 2022. Okay, so this stuff comes from 22. Because I don't remember embossing any paper last year. So in 2022, I took a lot of my fall embossing folders and I just embossed cardstock. Rust die cat. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. I have a collection of my grandmother had a large collection of cast iron. Years ago, when I had her kitchen just cleaned from top to bottom. The refrigerator was moved. The stove was moved. Her cabinets were all cleared out. I gave away a lot of her cast iron, but kept a lot. Well, I took a skillet from her house that was really rusty, and I rusted this piece of paper, these papers here. Now, you can barely see the rust there, but you can see it here. And you can see some spots here. This is so cool. I don't know when I'll use this, but that skillet was really rusty. I remember I put a little bit of water in the skillet and I put the paper in the skillet and just let it simmer, and that's how I rusted it. So this is true rust here. Okay, and then, oh, I love my vintage craft ribbon. Perfect for fall with those colors. This is a tag, and it looks like I used Tim Holtz oxide sprays. I will pull from some of these items and use them in my journal this year. I love this embossing folder, raked leaves with the rake. I say this every year. I think it should be against the law to rake up the fall leaves. After a certain, the leaves should remain on the ground for a while. Oh, and I just remembered another fall activity. I need to make my fall list. Actually, I could use the list I made last year. I can refer to that. I did not do everything on my list last year I wanted to do, but I can make it up this year. But I just remembered something different I did last year that I need to do. I was driving. I went to a Costco and I was driving just in the area looking for fall sites, and I came across this street. This small, it was in a business section area, and this section of the street was filled with fall leaves that had covered the grass. And I actually got out, people, and filmed myself barefoot walking along that whole stretch. I must do that again. I don't want to forget that, Lord. And I don't know if you know what? Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. You see this card right here? Oh no, it's probably not here. I think I have two cards because this card is not, well, I don't want to share this card yet, but this card has a list of fall activities, and I don't think it's here. I think I started another list. It's fun to go back and look at that. Okay, you guys, this right here is vintage paper napkin. I love mushrooms. I eat mushrooms all the time. Mushrooms are popular all year. Unfortunately, this napkin, it only has the design on 1/4 of the napkin. Darn it. If it was on 4/4, you get more design, right? Okay, and then I have punches that I still use from back in the year, and I punched out this tab. I cut this off of one of the embossing folders. Okay, I just have that in here. Oh, I made a journaling card. No rhyme or reason. And I made it, I have I have two dates, September 12th or September 21st. It must be September 12th, and I just got the numbers wrong, of 2023. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this to the side because I know there's more of these, but this is vintage, you guys. This is from the early 2000s. And I'll give her name when it comes to me. Okay, the designer's name. A vintage bingo card. Okay, this came from Dollar Tree, which I saw that their stencils came back. I was going to return the ones I got because you cannot, the stencils have adhesive on them. But once you lay your stencil on the paper, you can't remove it. So instead of throwing it away, I decided to just keep it. So that's how I'm going to use mine. And you know what? That's a technique. Happy accident, right? I used a rubber stamp and I created this die cut. A piece of textured ribbon there. Rust dyed paper that probably came from a piece I made with my grandmother's cast iron rusty skillet. This paper I know came from a older journal. I like to collect journals and tear the papers out for my journal. And then I remember making these. I have a ticket punch that I stamped fall words onto, and that one says fall. Another vintage punch I used to create that tab, and this one says enjoy the leaves. Once again, I used my stamps. So these were all created with punches here. And these pieces, oh, you know what? I punched these out from a card, I think. Did I? Did I punch these out? Okay, I'm not too sure about those, but let me share these. I love these kiddos here. I love them. This year, I forgot to use them in some of my journals, but almost 3 years ago, I purchased a card set from Target. And they have the cutest card of these kids. It's a choir of kids. I use those cards by fussy cutting the kids out and using punches to punch out their embossed faces. And I use these in my journals in different ways. They are perfect for fall because of the colors, but it's really a card for Christmas. But I use these all year. And look at him. He has his hands raised up in praise to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And she is the cutest girl. She reminds me of one of the child actors in one of my favorite movies of all time with Whitney Houston and Denzel Washington, the preacher's wife. She reminds me of one of the kids in the choir there. I love her. She is adorable. And that's what I have in this pack. Oh, no, I'm not done. But I don't want to mix. I guess I could mix everything together. But I'm going to set this to the side. And let's see what's in this packet. It's so fun to go back at that time. Okay, I'm going to read that later. Okay, here I made die cuts using my dies, and this one is Tim Holtz. It's a yesteryear steel rule die. Love my steel rule dies. And I turned this into a journaling tag. And this is another one of those tags that came back. Oh, several more, a couple more. All of these are authentic vintage. Rebecca Soar, that's her name. I started crafting in 2004, and she was out when I started crafting. And Tim Holtz came out in 04 too. And I'm thinking of other designers. But anyway, you guys, her style is back in style again. We all know what's old is new again. but I have quite a bit of these come off of 8.5, actually a larger sheet of paper that you punch right out. I have some of her items from originally from back in the day, but when I came across these, I think from a thrift store. And then from there, I went online and found some of her items by the bundle. So I have quite a bit of these. And I will use these as journaling tags, but also for inspiration in making my own journals. And here it is, Rebecca Sower, called Fresh Cuts. If you want to search for some of these, you can. And you can find really good deals. I haven't searched in, I don't know, a couple years. I'm assuming you can find it, on eBay or other resale sites. But back when I searched for them, I found them by the bundles. And when I say bundles, like maybe 50 in a pack. Oh, and these here, I use my one word embossing folders, and I did something different back then. I experimented with patterned and foiled paper. It came out beautifully, you guys. Embossed words. This one says faith. And you can still see, of course, the foiling and the texture of the paper, but you could see the word. So experiment with your embossing folders using pattern paper, textured paper, and foiled paper. This here, I used a rubber stamp that I love. Do you guys remember the 35 millimeter? Some of you are so young, perhaps you don't know what that is. I have a brand new 35 millimeter cartridge that I will probably never open. And I think I have film that I still need to develop, y'all. Oh, this here is so cute. It's a thrifted card set. I found a box so many years before 2023. I used this guy last year. He's perfect for fall with all the colors, the brown and the yellow and the orange. But check this out. Look how he opens. Sorry, I haven't written, but I've been busy laying eggs, of course. How cute is that, you guys? So I think I just glued it down on a page in a journal and journaled on the eggs. It has a matching envelope too. So cute. I love my vintage. I have quite the collection of vintage writing paper sets. And I love it when I find the die cut cards. The envelope should be in this packet. Another thrifted card here that I will use as a journaling card. And I give you guys a tip. I've shared this tip many times before. If you're like me, you like to mail postcards, and I mail myself mail. I do mail myself postcards. I probably have the fall postcard I mailed myself in my mailbox from fall, the first day of fall on Monday. But what you can do is, you guys, for a quick postcard or journaling card, use a greeting card. They go through the mail just fine. Nothing fancy. I could use this one as a postcard, put a stamp there, put my address there, write what I want to write, and send it off. Just that quick. Okay. Oh, I remember making this collage card. This is a sticker here. She is drinking hot cocoa. I love to use, there's several different posing girls on this strip of PET tape. It's my favorite tape to use. I use these girls throughout the year. So I have her, she's just sitting in the air. Okay, and then I made a postcard from a greeting card, and I took the back of that card because I like the mahogany. This is Hallmark's African American line that they've had for over 30 years. Some of you might not know that. Thank you, Hallmark. But they have a African American line that they they have had for over 30 years. I can't see myself just throwing that away, and so I made it into a tag. And then this is a die cut of a rubber stamp. I fussy cut this little boy out. He was stamped using a vintage rubber stamp that I call Red Rubber Rarity. And I used him to hold pumpkins, or a pumpkin. I'll use him again this year to hold a pumpkin. Okay, another thrifted card that I found at a thrift store. I found a whole set. I used one of these cards last year in my journal. You guys, perfect postcard. Look at the beautiful, absolutely divine fall trees. It can't get more gorgeous than this. I love, love, love this. I don't know if I can part and share any of those because they're so gorgeous. Epitomizes fall. Okay, another one of my embossed word little cards there. Oh, here is the envelope that goes to that chicken card. Okay, I made a lot of these. I shared a series so many years ago. Remember, this packet comes from 2022, so even before that. But I shared some videos, you guys, using vintage pockets, that the sleeves that's found in the vintage albums. Using that with a process, using paper napkins. This is a pocket here. And I made a lot of these back then. I need to make more, but I need to find my album sleeves. But this is a transparent pocket. And I used a brown gingham paper napkin. Okay, I got a minute before I have to stop this video. Let me go ahead and stop it now, and I'll be back. About 5 days later, it is October the 4th. And I'm refilming this. I don't know what's going on with this technology. I don't know why my phone stopped. It's charged up. I think it should be. But I do know I have enough space. So let me do this again. I have a little thrift store, a small fallish type haul to share. But you guys, it is 70. Well, it's chilly right now. Yesterday it was 75 degrees. Today it's going to be 77. We have truly started fall. I see early signs of the trees, not all the trees, but the trees that turn yellow. I see early signs of that. And that's unique for us in our neck of the woods because fall is delayed. This time last year, we were in the upper 90s. And we hit 100 degrees in October. We were hot well into the middle of October. So this, I have been, well, I fall watch, right? I check the weather all the time. I stay on fall watch. But for the last month or so, I have been monitoring, checking the weather. We have been blessed all summer to have cooler weather. Just overall, though we got well into the hundreds, it was still cooler overall. And we would have these dips where we would be a week with lower than normal weather, like in the 80s or the 90s. Those types of dips can present what's called fake or false falls as we got closer to fall. Well, we continued to have just cooler weather overall, and I would tell myself, or I would think, okay, is this really the start of fall, or will the high 90s and hundreds return? I say all that to say, you guys, I think this is the real deal. I do see a 87 in the forecast for the upcoming week. We still could get into the 90s, but I'm letting my guard down and just accepting that this is the real deal. After all, it is fall, y'all. It is fall, y'all. But anyway, I'm so excited. Today is one of my kids' birthdays. And when my kids were growing up, on this child's birthday, I was already in my fall boots. Well, for the last 10 years, it's just been too hot to wear boots on her birthday, right? But I could literally get in some boots today. But because this season caught me off guard, my boots are they're buried in bins, in the garage, in the storage. So anyway, I am enjoying the crispness and the coolness of the morning. Let's get started with this small fallish type haul that starts with these leaves, paper leaves. I know, like many of you, I have the die cutting machines and I have the dies, but I figure why not? And I don't know where these came from, what store originally, probably Dollar Tree, but anyway, journaling spots for the journal. Okay, and then, should I keep that light on or, okay, I'll keep it on. Sometimes though, well, the morning yields the best quality for filming. I have an artificial light on. Sometimes that can lessen the quality. But anyway, I think we'll be okay. All right, I also, this is so cute. These are chipboard, different ways of saying grandma and mama. So I couldn't pass that up. Both my mom, I called her mama. It's been over 30 years since I actually used the word mama. And then my grandma, my sweet homespun grandma, the Lord called her home 3 years ago. So, I mean, I don't have a grandma anymore or a mama. But my Lord and Savior is my mama, my daddy, my grandpa, my grandma. And then, you guys, oh, this beautiful fall card. If you don't know, fall is my favorite season. I paid 50 cents. I got 3 of these. Yeah, look at that tree, you guys. I could see myself sitting up against the trunk of this tree, reading my Bible or reading a book or flipping through a Harvest magazine or flipping through my fall journal or working in my fall journal or taking a nap or playing with a squirrel or adorning the beauty around me. I need this tree, you guys. I was at my local nursery yesterday, which is just a walk up the street. I purchased some lettuce seeds and some other items. Okay, for the first time, I haven't planted lettuce in a couple years. Sowed lettuce September the 15th. But the last time I sowed lettuce, I think I did it September the 1st. Well, I hadn't sowed any lettuce. And because we're so cooler, had I done it September the 1st? Oh, anyway, I bought lettuce seed in addition to the actual lettuce plant. I need to get out there today and plant those. But anyway, why did I talk about all that? Oh, there's a tree called the flaming something. I saw those trees at the nursery last year during the summer, but they're a fallish color, you guys. I need to get one of those. I would love to have a fall colored tree all year, but I was talking to, I think, the owner of the nursery or an employee there, and he was telling me that during the fall, the colors intensify even more. I need to get one of those trees. But I love this card. As you saw in this video, you could make this into a postcard. I'll use it in a journal. I'll cut off happy birthday because I don't know. Well, my daughter, her birthday is today, but it's not fallish, though she is a fall baby, technically. But I will cut this out and use the happy birthday on a different project. But yeah, I think I'll use this in my journal for this year. Okay, now I got this bag. I paid $2 for it. The cards cost 50 cents. I got this bag because of this beautiful trim here. Yarned trim. You guys, these are sunflowers. These are sunflowers, and sunflowers are my favorite all-time flower. And then poppy. I had to get this for this. So I was only initially interested in this and then these flowers here. I didn't really care for the rest of it. And then I'm like, duh, Felicia, look at this. This is Harvest fall colored ribbon. Of course I'll keep this. Now I have a ribbon like this, and the name of this type of ribbon escapes me. But I'm not going to pass this up. This can last me, quite a few falls. And then why not keep the pink one? Of course, they'll make beautiful bows. Perfect for spring, summer. And then this is a cutie here. Like, Felicia, I was only interested. My mind was just only stuck on fall things. But look how cute this is. And imagine this in a junk journal. Of course, this whole bag worth $2. Alrighty. Another card I picked up. I told my husband last night that except for this weekend, all of our weekends for October, I already have our itinerary set. All of our fall activities, including going to pick apples up in Apple Hill Valley, north of Sacramento. It will be our 3rd year going, and I so look forward to going, especially this year, because we went last year in October, I think mid-October, and it was so hot. It was so hot, I planned on going in November. But the later you go, you risk missing out on apple season. With the cooler weather, we are going, Lord willing, we are going again in October. So this will be perfect to use in my journal this year. And then this beautiful card here. Last year, we started a new tradition. My husband took me, I think it was to the Sierra Mountains. We are surrounded by mountains here. We have to just drive to get there. People, see what your state has to offer. Because if you're like me, I love to go out of state and out the country. But there's so much here in California I have yet to see. People come from all over the world to come see our trees and the sequoias, because if you don't know, we have the tallest trees in the world right here in my neck of the woods, right? So, Lord willing, and if my heart be willing, because I hate to go up in the mountains, y'all. I hate the drive. But I'll go for a scene like this. We didn't see a scene like this, right? This is beautiful. If I pass by this, I'm out before my husband stops the car, right? I'm out the car already, you guys. I love it. Fall just does something to my spirit. I know spring is when everything starts to come back to life. Well, my spirit comes back to life during fall. Look at how glorious this is. And the sun bouncing on this. Lord, take me there. I want to be there now. And then I got a couple more of those cards as I stand up to make sure I'm filming. Okay, with the matching envelope, almost done. And then you guys take a look at this beautiful ribbon here. I think it got a little bit of age to it. There's no date. Regular price $3.19, but look at the music note with the yellow flowers. You know what? This is perfect for fall too. Yes. But look at that gold metallic there. Beautiful. Love, love, love that. And the last thing I got was a brand new sticky note pack, the Knock Knock collection from 2010. I love these quirky, sarcastic phrases. While you were enjoying lunch, texting friends, getting coffee, kissing butt, cruising the internet, pretending to be sick. This is so fallish with the colors. Perfect for a memory, a little note, an activity in the journal. So, love my little collection of fall things I found from this particular thrift store. When I'm out thrifting, fall is what's on my mind. Just little bits and pieces that I can add to a page in my journal. And with that being said, you guys, I hope you have enjoyed video 2 in my fall series. I shared video 3 first. I know I'm working myself backwards. It is what it is. When it's said and done, I think it's all going to just come together anyway. But if you have enjoyed yourself, why not give me a thumbs up? Why not consider subscribing if you haven't done so? Why not hit that notification bell? Why not leave a comment? Let me know if it's even fall in your neck of the woods. Depending on what side of the equator you live on, it could be spring, right? But if it is fall, let me know what the weather is like. Let me know what fall activities you have engaged in already, what you plan on doing for fall. Leave a fall memory. All right, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, fall blessings.